So what did we do today, Jeffrey? It's Friday. Finished all the wiring except for these two and those two. I have to extend all of this because this is what's going to rehook up my lights, my front grille. So that all has to be just extended just a little bit. I did the fuel return. So the fuel return line is all in. The fuel line is in. I still have to do the filters and the fuel pump, but it's all connected with a little bit extra so that I can. Oops, I can't go that way. So she is doing her thing. New fuel tank is in. I wanted to do a dual fuel tank. Guess what? It was hitting on the back, so I was going to put them right in line. 2 15-gallon tanks. Guess what? I've got one 15-gallon tank, and down the line, I'm just going to change it out, but I don't care. I have plenty of places to use the other 15-gallon tank. Hell, I can stick it in as an auxiliary if I really wanted to, and mount it somewhere. Anyway, so the return comes in to there. Underneath, I have the main line going to the carburetor, to the EFI through here with the shutoff. So in the event that I have to shut off or I have to do any kind of work, I can just shut it off here. And done. Simple. Filler is there. The solenoid for the flow switch is right there. The vent will be out the side in the back here. I have to go to West Marine and grab one that you normally would use for the boat. So that's going to be there. And this system is done. So there we are. One more less thing. Closer. Very, very close. I have to weld in on the corners, gussets, so that I can run a base frame for the radiator, tomato, and then I'm gonna have it facing out back, or whichever way the fan goes, it's gonna be away from us, so that it's not affecting. I don't want it to be loud, so I don't know actually how far I want it to be in the back, and how it's actually going to lay up, but it'll work. No matter what, it'll work. I don't like some of the way the lines are, but I know that the vent has to be I have to clean up this vent tube, so I'm going to wind up doing something, painting all of this and all that kind of stuff. So I like that. I like the stainless braided. However, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I mean, that's just a return, so that doesn't really matter. It just has to get the air and the excess fuel back to the tank, which it will do. It is absolutely copacetic with the, let's say, level with the carb, so that it'll push it right back in if necessary. It's not going to bind. It's not going to do anything like that. So we're fine there. And there shouldn't be any real blow by. If there is, it's something that really has to be addressed. But so again, one more last thing. Enjoy your weekend. I have welding to do this weekend, I guess. Yeah, good day. But I didn't hook. Okay. Let's just clarify. All of the fittings have to be removed. So this is a base fit, and I have to remove everything. That's why I didn't put in the fuel pump and the filters as of yet, because I have to take all this apart. I have the thread sealant for gasoline coming. That should be here today, or I'm hoping today. If not tomorrow, and if it's not tomorrow, then it will be Monday, which I will be very pissed because I paid next day air for it. So, but that's, you know, this has been a long time coming. I want it right. I don't care if it's right. I don't care if it takes another couple of days to get it right, but I'm going to get it right. And I still have to measure the drive shaft, because there's the drive shaft. It's actually holding the Jeep tight, but I have to measure the drive shaft directly to get the knuckles correct for Tony at Detroit Axle to build the new drive shaft, and then that'll take 7 days. So once I order it, it's 7 days out. So I have 7 days, but then I also have to order the radiator because I'm still unsure of what I want to do with the radiator. And but like I said, I have plenty to do. I have the alternator put on. That'll be between the alternator and the power steering pump, because I have to build a bracket on the back of the power steering pump. This will be a day in itself, if not more. I'm hoping just a day, but you know what? If it's a day and a half, I'm fine with that, because like I said, I have 7 days to get everything else. I still have to make the snorkel, so that's just a play toy project kind of thing. So I'm not really doing any deep water diving, so it's not a big deal. And I really don't plan on doing any deep water diving ever with this thing, even though that's what she's made for. I just don't want to. And I have all of the connectors for this, so it's just a little more tightening up and finishing in a couple of days. So in 7 days, and then the radiator, if the radiator comes or not, and if I can get it, if I can choose it, I could probably get it. If I'm going to do the 2 radiators and do an in sync on the radiators, since the fuel tanks didn't work in 2, then I will just get a couple of $300 radiators and 2 fans, 2 electric fans, maybe a Mashimoto, maybe 2 Mashimotos, and or maybe a trio of Mashimotos, and do them all on one line, with switches, so that it all works. But we'll see. You know, I have the weekend to go ahead and figure it out, now that my head is clear of the fuel tanks, of that fiasco, and trying to get that fitted, and running around to Goodyear and getting all the pipe fittings and all that kind of stuff. That was a real pain in the ass, but all right. It's like I said, if you want to do it right, it's going to take time. If you want to do it half-assed, then sure, you know, Home Depot is the way to go, and Harbor Freight and wherever else you can get all the crap, and you know, Amazon. But if you want to do it right, don't cut corners, and do it right. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. I think I have to go play bartender at school tonight. I think there's a dance or something like that. So, and of course I volunteered, even though they don't want me to. They took me off 14 years, man. I did 14 years driving for the school and building shit and all that kind of stuff for the school, and they dumped my ass. They just said, you know what, you're not on our insurance. Well, I was driving for you guys anyway. I was volunteering. Volunteer. So they were getting all freaking, they just, oh, whatever. So I guess I'm too old. Have a good weekend. So I'm going to play the bartender. I don't know. I don't know if they even want me to be there or not, to tell you the truth. So I'm kind of skeptical about it. But we'll see. Again, have a great evening. Great weekend.